Um, I want to take a moment to talk about Maui Gym. First of all, to say they're a great organisation. If you haven't followed up and had a look at their website, have a look at them. They've got an incredibly positive outlook on the world. They're a worldwide organisation who, at the drop of a hat, took involvement in what we were doing. At the drop of a hat, they could see uh, why they should be involved in this, and they're not going to make a penny. I don't suppose that they'll sell a single pair of sunglasses off the back of what we do. If they do, that's great. If they do, that is fantastic. But actually, they're involved with us because it's plain and simple, it's the right thing to do. And, they gave me the opportunity to meet their chief executive of the whole organisation, the whole global company, and I got to meet him in London, and it was just a real privilege to meet an organisation who has such a passionate outlook towards being a responsible global organisation that has a hand in making things better for its customers, for its employees, and they're focused on that, and that's their ethos. Brilliant. Cambridgeshire Police, who are my employer, who immediately, as soon as we came up with this idea, became incredibly supportive of what we were trying to do. Amazing donation from the Police Property Fund of £1,000 straight away. Our Deputy Chief Constable, John Fevier, immediately came back to us, and he couldn't have been more supportive. Sensational. That, and a word, of course, for Refuge themselves, who, as an organisation, we should never for 1 minute take for granted. And I think there's a real threat at the moment in the current economic climate. There's a real threat towards some of the most vital charitable organisations in this country that keep us all safe, that protect and safeguard our communities. They are there for our loved ones. They provide services silently, modestly, and they've been changing the way that we think and perceive domestic abuse in this country since they started in the early 1970s. They've been involved in this for over 40 years now, and it's incredible how they've had to drag us forwards and actually get people to open their minds to the discussions around domestic abuse and the threat that it poses and how dangerous it is and how people need help in these incredible circumstances. And of course, along the way, they've saved lives. You never really know how many lives they've saved, but they do great work. They do absolutely fantastic work. And, they are really under threat from spending reviews and the amount of government funding that's available right now. And what we're doing and what we're all about is trying to step up to the plate, actually, because as a police officer, I've seen some fantastic work from Refuge firsthand. I've seen absolutely sensational work from that organisation firsthand, and I am not happy to see it go silently into the night and experience a decline, because we can't afford that. We can't afford that to happen, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. And that's why the money that goes towards running for Refuge will go to Refuge, because actually, it's about those terrible statistics about those 1 in 4 women, those 1 in 6 men, but those homicide statistics of 2 women on average a week dying, unfathomable in a modern, developed, wealthy democracy. So the role that Refuge plays is absolutely critical, and the role that you play in retweeting our message, in donating, however so modestly, if you donate £1 instead of spending £1 on something else, if you forego a beer and you put £3 through a text message in, what a difference! What a difference that makes. You're instantly a hero. As far as I'm concerned, you're a hero. You've made a sacrifice, so that somebody that you don't know gets the support and the help and the advice that they need. You're immediately a part of the solution. You're immediately part of a collective that is standing up to tackle a problem. Really,